Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. So, I want to thank you so much. Your likes, your shares, your comments, you help me grow my channel, but more importantly, you help connect my energy to yours, which will allow these readings to resonate more for you. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. I think you will find that you feel more connected to the reading. If for some reason it doesn't resonate, be sure to check out your sun, your moon, or your rising. Actually, you should always check out all three because they cover different aspects of you and what's going on with you. And so that really is beneficial, I think, in the long run. So if you are a subscriber, thank you. You should consider hitting the bell icon, because then you'll be notified when I upload. I don't know why I'm struggling to talk. And so I'm thinking it's because Mercury is going to retrograde in your sign and I am struggling to find the right words. And so I'm hoping that that energy will clear here in a second so that we can get into this and not have that weird stuff happening. So your energy for the week, we're going to get into that, but I am doing a monthly reading and I will timestamp it. I did spend some time this morning meditating on all the signs and getting channeled messages, and so I will present that at the time I do the timestamp, and then we'll go into the monthly reading. But for the week, you have the Hanged Man. You have the Hanged Man energy and the Three of Wands. This is you knowing that there is an opportunity ahead. There's the place to go. You're trying to ascend the mountain, but maybe you need a different perspective. And there is nothing like being up on a mountain to have a different perspective on life. And so it could be that. It could be that you are taking a higher perspective of a situation. Maybe you have felt too close to it, too close to the ground on it. And so you thought, well, maybe if I stand back, get a higher perspective, a spiritual perspective on it, I'll have a better idea of where to go. Maybe this change in perspective is because maybe you have taken the time to talk to some friends or people that are important to you, because we have the dogs of loyalty, we've got the spirit here represented, we've got somebody that you look up to, and we have team here. And so it could be that you need to talk to somebody to get another perspective on a situation, so you could see things just a little bit differently. So don't be afraid to seek out those people that you trust and whose opinions have value to you. If you are in a position where you're like, I'm not really sure, I need a new perspective on it. It could be a business thing. It could be a work thing. It could be with your family, your children, your relationships. It could be a lot of things for you, because this is, let's see here, where are we starting out the week? We're starting out the week with the moon in Leo, which would be your 10th house of career, right? Yes, maybe. I've lost my space though. Yep, 10th house of career. And then moving into groups and group activities, and then hopes, goals, and dreams. And we're finishing out with new moon in Scorpio. And so it's that very public area of your life. And so I feel like there are people who have seen what's going on around you that can help you with whatever this is that you're trying to gain a new perspective on. And so that's kind of nice. And so with that moon in Leo on Monday, which is in your 10th house of career, that gets there at 12:29 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, United States. That is that energy of trying to wrap things up, of trying to finish up projects, but also feeling the need, like really feeling pressured to have to work hard to maintain the position of respect that you have worked so hard to get. And so there feels like there's some resistance around you, like you really need to push through and then surrender into the process, surrender to the divine, in this opposition that you're feeling. When I was earlier today getting into the energy of the week, when I was I heard the song from Janet Jackson, "What Have You Done For Me Lately?" So this is interesting because I've never seen this card before. You have Pomona, which is plenty for the energy so I feel like there's plenty of opportunities, plenty of maybe plenty of choices. Plenty of advice. I don't know. I'm going to check here. See what they are trying to tell us. OP. Okay. Yes, I am into our 8. And so hang in there with me of doing these videos plus 2 hours this morning. So I'm actually hour 10. 2 hours this morning of getting into everyone's energy. So it says here, trust that you have enough. Ooh, you have plenty. Okay, so ask and you will receive. It is time to prune back the dead wood in order to grow, nourish yourself and the earth. Okay, so if you're looking to make some kind of a change, and that's why you're looking for this new perspective in your life, if you're looking, obviously, Scorpio, this whole year has been about creating change in your life, but this is in the career sector area, or well, career and public persona. If you're like, what do you need to cut out of your life in order to promote growth? And if you're worried about not having enough financial resources or enough opportunities, because the 3 of Wands is about opportunities, Spirit's saying, hey, we got your back. There's plenty out there. You have more than enough. You will be fine. So the question is, what do you want to do? What do you want to create? What do you need to cut back in order to promote new growth in your life? So what do you need to release in order to find the peace in your life? What do you need to release? Because that moon is going to move into Virgo on Wednesday, and that is a time to really, actually, that moon in that position is about your fluctuating finances and how do you reorganize them and what do you need to do and how do you assess that situation. And so maybe you need to cut out some expenses in order to make sure that you have enough. Maybe there's some dead wood in your expenses. Maybe there's some dead wood in your career. There's things to look at, to think about what do you need to release. But the universe has your back and you do have plenty. The sun moves into Scorpio, so happy birthday on Wednesday, at 1:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the United States. So that is the beginning of your birthday month, of your birthday season. So happy birthday. All right, so let's get a little bit of guidance on that energy of that moon there. What do you need to release in order to bring about the peace? It says, recognize your significance, the rabbit. When I see a rabbit, I always think about financial abundance. You have more power than I think you realize. You're capable of more than you realize. You've got this. When it says recognize your significance, you know, I feel like it's that self-confidence of Leo, that Leo energy, right? But Virgo is also about being meticulous and organized. And so realizing that maybe in this picture, you are the leader. And that's your significance. So take a look at your situation and recognize where it is that you are and where you fit into the grand scheme of things. And not do it with arrogance, but do it with pride. Like, wow, look what I am, look who I am, look what I've done, look where I'm going. And these are the people that look up to me. And I know you're fighting hard in a way to maintain that area of respect, but you matter. You matter to others and you matter to yourself. And so, and you matter to the divine. I just heard. Sorry, I didn't say that first. Okay, so on Friday, it's kind of a big day. We've got Mercury moving into its storm phase. That means it's in shadow. It doesn't go retrograde until we get to the 31st, but already that sense of delays and stuff will happen. And since Mercury is going retrograde in your sign, and now we are in your sign, I just feel like communication could get really staticky and what's the word? Oh, see, I'm struggling. This is your energy that's doing this. Okay, let me think about this for a minute. Staticky, miscommunications, delays, all those things that come with Mercury in retrograde, and it's all happening in your sign. And so I feel like you're going to really notice it, and it's going to start happening over the weekend. So when on Friday, that moon is void of course as it moves into Libra, in the afternoon, yes, you can be productive, but I think that productivity of wrapping up the stuff, because now is not the time to start new projects once we get to the weekend. So it's kind of more of the energy of, if you have a new idea, something, you like, write it down, keep track of it, and worry about it after Mercury goes direct. But in the meantime, go ahead and rest when you need to rest. You'll be more productive working by yourself than in groups, because I feel like communication is going to be just messy. Just messy. Okay, so, wow. Take some time over the course of this month, but particularly this weekend coming up, to really spend some time getting in contact with Spirit, taking that higher perspective, seeing things from a different perspective. You have Mary Magdalene, the Teacher Awakens. It says, you have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. You have Odin, which is psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. And you have Sanat Kumra. I'm so sorry. I know I butchered that. Light activation. Show your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear, which is amazing, because everything is going to be so messy out and staticky out in the world of communication, but not from the divine. So focus on your intuition. Focus on your intuition. Follow your inner guidance. What you're hearing in the 3D world may not be so clear, but messages you're getting from the divine seem like they're coming in loud and clear. Your third eye is strong. Your light activation, that's that DNA, crystalline DNA that's being activated. This is the part where you start ascending. The Teacher Awakens. That teacher is your higher self teaching. This is beautiful energy. I'm very excited for you. So when the moon moves into that new moon phase in Scorpio on Sunday, and that it's a new moon at 11:39 p.m., you might feel this overwhelming need to take a stand, to crusade for what you believe in, and take in firm steps, to fight against all odds, to survive against all odds. I feel like you might be up against it a little bit because of some of this energy here, but listen to your higher self. Understand that this is you, divine, the sovereign. Oh my gosh, this is that understanding that you are the spark of the divine, that crystalline DNA wrapped in a human body, and you're here to co-create with the universe. And so it happens through manifesting the balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine, the yin and the yang, and having that sense of independence of Dark Moon Lilith, where you say, you know what, I would like to be in a relationship with you. I'd like to have this with you, whatever. But if you aren't going to treat me like an equal, I'm out of here. And so that need for equality, that need for the balance, the need for the yin and the yang to come into balance so that you can activate the light within you and start to activate your divine sovereignty. You have plenty. Don't worry about that. There's plenty available to you. This is very deep spiritual growth happening right here. Libra is your 12th house of, of spiritual connection. And for those three to show up like that, that's intense. This weekend, if you can get some time off by yourself, I would do that. I would journal. I would sleep when I needed to and write down my dreams when I wake up, if I can remember any piece or part of them. I feel like lots of information is going to be downloaded to you if you're open to receiving it. And so make a date with Spirit for the weekend. It feels really important. Okay, so I sat in meditation before I started today on all the signs, and I had colored index cards representing the different chakras, and you have yellow, okay? So you got yellow. Oh, I should time tense that 15. So the chakra that lit up for you was the solar plexus. And what I did was I tried to get messages. I tried to get intuition stuff. What did I see? So what I saw for you when I realized that you had yellow, all I could think was the sun is shining on you. The sun is shining on you. Of course it is, because the sun has now moved into your first house of you. The sun is shining on you. But what I saw was like a coal mine. It was like a coal mine. And you were coming up out of the coal mine, out of the dark and the dusty coal mine. And the sun was really bright outside, but you were still like 30 feet away. You're getting there. Have confidence in the belief in yourself that you are going to get there. You are absolutely going to get there. But the tunnel represented that whole death and rebirth cycle, like going down into the dusty coal mine, right? And now you're coming back up into the sunlight. It's the death and the rebirth. This year has been so powerful for you, Scorpio. It's been really amazing to watch. I'm super excited to see where you go from here, because it was really fun to watch your growth as we went along. Really proud of the hard work that I've been seeing in Scorpio this year. And so I think that last 30 feet is going to feel like, am I getting out of here or not? Because we have Mercury in retrograde. And so I feel like there's going to be some delays and some divine timing. But I think there's also, based on the cards we just saw, I feel like there is a need to step back and allow for the information and the download from Spirit to come in. You know, I didn't pull some cards from you. I did that earlier with Taurus too. Like, that hardly ever happens. Okay, so for this full moon in Scorpio, this new moon in Scorpio, it's this perseverance. Stay the course. Stay the course. So yes, keep going. You're doing great work. You might need a new perspective, but I think that new perspective comes from your higher self. I think it comes from Spirit. I think that might be where you get it. And we have a win-win forecast is outcome. Oh, shoes. Okay, so nothing is set in stone, and a win-win outcome is forecasted. So this is nothing set in stone, because you get to create what you want. What do you want to create? That's what the divine wants to know. But listen to your intuition. Ask the questions of your higher self. Be persistent in this moving forward and this self-empowerment. So what I felt was like this feeling of beginning to feel self-empowered, but you're going to need to really be persistent, and you're going to need to step into that power like every day, like every moment, like several times during the day. Like, things are going to happen, and you're going to have to say, no, I'm confident I can do this. And so it's also about taking responsibility for your life. Life doesn't happen to you, and what happens in life isn't who you are. It's just experiences. It's lessons. It's blessings. It's knowledge. It's wisdom. But who you are, the core of who you are, is divine. That's who you are. And so taking responsibility for that divine energy within you to co-create your life. You're not a victim. If you've been feeling shackled, if you've been feeling imprisoned down in that tunnel by circumstances, the thing that is really important is that you recognize at this time, the only thing you are shackled to is a image of a reality that you created, because you are not actually trapped in anything ever. You get to co-create with Spirit your future, your life. What do you want to do? And so start taking responsibility for what you want your life to look like, on all levels, in every arena. Yeah. Okay. I did channel some messages for you. It says, I am doing this. And I don't know what this is, but you know, it's going to be different for everyone. But I am doing this. I am doing this. I am courageous. I am responsible for my life. I co-create with Spirit the life I desire, and it is beautiful. I co-create with Spirit the life I desire, and it is beautiful. Take responsibility for your life. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the 9-card spread that is never, ever 9 cards, but I just like to call it the 9-card spread at this point because I gave it that name, and now that's what it is. So the center card is the key. It's the key to the situation for this month. And we'll discuss the past, the present, the future, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, a little bit of advice on all these. And we will look at, I assigned Lenormand houses to the different aspects and so that I could get in a little more information. Look at this. You have St. Michael here. Asking St. Michael for protection and guidance and to cut the cords of negative energy, to set you free from the prison of your own mind, because honestly, that's what it is. You create your life with Spirit. You are a co-creator. It's time to take responsibility. And the overall energy is the spring. Now, a couple things here. I see this winter card here. We are in fall, which is the death and the rebirth, but see the winter's on the bottom here too. And so is that spring or summer? Oh, it's summer. Okay. So the death and the rebirth, right? So this rebirth process, this coming up, this last 30 feet of the coal mine, it feels like it's going to take you about 9 months. Don't be disturbed by the delays. It's important. There's something going on. There's still growth that needs to happen. It's kind of, think of it like the development of a baby. It takes 9 months to make its way from the womb out the birth canal, right? Don't be upset. Don't think that this is too much of a delay. Don't feel like time is getting away from you. It's not. It's not. Things are working out in perfect divine timing. You need time to download this information from Spirit that's coming in. You need time to be teachable. You need time to figure out where you are. So this is why perseverance is going to be so important. And nothing is set in stone. 9 months, that's a lot of time to make changes and to decide what it is you want to create, right? But you're going to be fine. Once you decide to take the reins and the control of your own life, you create what you want. Once you know and believe and trust that the universe has your back, then the outcome is assured. Win-win is assured, and you have limitless possibilities for abundance. Because here you are. Yep, you're still caught in the ruins. You are still in the cave, but that is okay. Because if you ask St. Michael to come and cut those cords and open the gate and let you out, then you can escape easily. You'll just float right on out. Okay, maybe not float, but you have to ask. What's the word I'm looking for here? Free will. Free will prevents St. Michael from just coming in and cutting the cords. You have to ask, and then you have to trust and believe. In the recent past, you've been trying to follow your intuition. You've been seeking answers. That's a good thing. You are an intuitive sign. The water signs are all intuitive. Scorpio, you have a high degree of intuition. And so using that to discern what it is that you need to do is really what's helping to open these gates here to this teaching from Mary Magdalene, from Odin, that third eye, and this light activation. And so here we have, in the future, we have the scribe. And so this is an abundance of information coming to you. I think that journaling will really help open the doors to the communication to allow you to really learn more, to grow more, to see things from a different perspective, to create. Feels like very creative energy. In the recent past, you were very anxious about getting this information, or information came in and it made you anxious and uncomfortable, but this is the divine spirit sending you information and guidance, and I don't know what the anxiety was, because probably though it came about because hard to get it because you're still caught in the ruins of your karmic situation. It needs to be released. And here we go again. This is more journaling. Okay, so the Queen of Scrolls, when it's in the position of the heart, this is speaking your truth to yourself through channeling, through writing down. Just when you start writing, your truth comes out on paper. I am fearful of releasing myself because, and to see what happens. I can overcome these fears by, and see what happens. Start writing to yourself what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and you'll be surprised at how easy it is for your higher self to come in and teach you how it is to activate those areas of your intuition through automatic writing. In the past, the big obstacle has been that you didn't believe you could do it. You didn't understand that you had the power. You have the power. You are a co-creator with spirit. And in the area of obstacles in the past, there's the King of Forces telling me that you've either allowed someone else to do all the creating, you gave up your divine authority to co-create your life, or you just didn't believe that you could. Here we go. Right now, it's time to, oh wow, this is so powerful. Okay, you are caught in the karmic ruins, right? But look, St. Michael says, ask me to, and I will set you free. And St. Raphael says, and I will heal your wounds. And there you are, finally you. Balanced emotionally, the King of Roses, to me, this is the Scorpio card. This is emotionally balanced. So here you were seeking the information and the guidance, and here you are receiving it. And also being in the position to offer it. The emotional stability. You're not going to get here by sitting in the ruins. So it's time for you to set yourself free. Ask St. Michael to help you. Ask Archangel Raphael. Sometimes just writing down the crap that is making you feel trapped, and then burning the paper and turning it over to Spirit, and trusting that things are going to fall into place that move things along. It is going to take you time. It's going to take a while. This is not overnight success. I don't know that you can't release yourself faster than the 9 months, but I think that allow yourself to heal and be able to move forward. There's definitely, that's summertime stuff. So be patient with the process. Have faith in the process. Ask for the help and the guidance. Trust. They are standing there ready to help you. They've been there all year. Oh, look at this. You can set yourself free to transform. You have the key. Open the gate. Open the door. Let yourself out. Let yourself out. I mean, what if you've been sitting there locked in these ruins, only the door isn't actually shut? It's not locked. Maybe you thought it was, but now all the rust of sitting there has made it disintegrate and you can just push it open and walk out. Maybe it was never locked, but you never even tried pushing against it to find out. Open the door and let yourself out. And look, we've got this chessboard in front there too. There's strategy involved in this. I get it. But you can still set yourself free. This chessboard is set for checkmate. But you're not really trapped because you can let yourself out. Okay. You have defend to the end, the worthwhile. Mascara is running, the Owl of Wisdom. These are hard-learned lessons. What is worth it to you? What is worthwhile to you? Where do you place the value on yourself, on your life, on what you want? So it's 23, which equals a 5. 5 is about change. Difficult change, not easy change, but it's about change. You're a sacred warrior, a defender of the heart. You have cried genuine tears of your own grief and also the grief of the world. You have raged at injustice and oppression in your own life and in the world. You have felt the need to protect the presence of love, for whilst it was exceptionally powerful, it can too easily be smothered under the lies and fear. The sacred warrior must not heed the dangerous voices that say, oh, stop being so sensitive. Stop making such a big deal out of things. Love is the biggest deal there is. What else is worth being so sensitive about? The sacred warrior is vigilant that the presence of love is not chipped away by fear, criticism, doubt, or untruths. Even if others find the unflinching honesty of your feelings difficult to handle, even if those feelings are expressed with gentleness and compassion, the sacred warrior honors the task of being more faithful to love than anything else. This includes the fear of loss. Actually, it includes the fear of anything at all. This oracle brings guidance to honor even the smallest steps in your path of the sacred warrior. They are no less important than the most noticeable or dramatic actions on the path. One single misstep can begin a landslide of great destruction. Being vigilant with what is meaningful and what is truthful, even in the smallest and seemingly most insignificant ways, strengthens the sacred warrior and prevents darkness from gaining a stronghold from the inside. This oracle has special guidance for you. You are being asked to stay strong, stand your ground. This might be, that was that new moon in Scorpio energy, right? Standing your ground. This might be a big emotional journey that feels like the fight of your life. It may be in a matter that does not even seem to hold much importance. Perhaps, for example, you're contemplating an idea that you feel could be something, but those around you declare it is nothing. Oh, I hate that. If it's too much, it's too impractical, it's too little, however, whatever, happening or soon it will be happening, it is worthwhile. So hold tight. Ask for help through the healing process. That's St. Raphael. Ask for protection. That's St. Michael. Stay true to the sacred warrior of love that you are and defend to the end that which is worthwhile. If you have, oh, we didn't. Okay. That's if you drew other cards that were similar. Defend to the end that which is worthwhile. Your heart is worthwhile. That is worthwhile. And don't let anybody tell you it's not. There you are, the win-win, coming out, smelling like roses, emotionally balanced, able to give and receive. Set yourself free. You get to choose your path. All is possible. So Alana Fairchild, just a sacred rebel. Each of these cards. If you ever want a deck that really gets to the heart of it, it doesn't matter. I have picked up several of her decks. It never seems to matter. Her words are just amazing. She channels through her writing spirit. You can channel through your writing spirit to get you to where you need to go to understand what it is you need to know. The Queen of Scrolls, right? Oh, okay. You really should be. You really should be journaling. Scorpio, I'm so happy for you right now. Okay, so you have the rose quartz, which is the inner child. So this is loving yourself, loving you, setting your inner child free. I don't know if you can see, but they look like children caught in the ruins. Loving yourself and setting yourself free. And we have this word I cannot say, coaxinite. Anyways, it's about new beginnings, but look, it's the pink chakra card too. Love yourself, set yourself free. You've been working on this. That last 30 feet looks like it's going to feel tough. Persevere. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Keep going. You got this. All right, we will talk soon, Scorpio. Happy birthday. Have a really great week. Have a wonderful month.